My dear friend, this is Dr. Pandit Selvam on behalf of growbigconsultancy. See, today the India is with the highest population of about 130 crore, of which majority chunk populations is youth populations. Productive force is about 67 percentage. It is the highest number in the world. If you look at the picture of India, US, and Indonesia, Brazil, you can see that youth populations are larger in India. So, how this population will have to be productively, effectively utilized? Unless the forces are properly utilized, we will have a different kind of consequences which we cannot forego. You can see the diagram showing the age-wise distribution of population from 2010 to 2020. Only one that you can very well see that bottom is 0 to 14 years, the middle is productive age group between 15 to 64 years, the top level is only above 65 years. When you list out the top 5 countries, you can see that the working population in India stands high. Even Russia and Japan, sometimes it is also showing the negative trend. So now they already projected what is going to happen till 2030. So working populations remain high in India till 2030. We realize some of the bitter experiences of the youth population that should not have been done, but still I think we have very costly bad lessons. He is Muhammad Fazil. He is Mr. India. He is an engineer. Now he has already been arrested for 2 cases that chain snatching. 2 police complaints have been already registered in Chennai. What he says is that he has no money to earn and he doesn't have any sources. Finally, he has jumped into stealing and again chain snatching from the ladies, even though they are about 58 years or old ladies. So that activity, what he has chosen to earn the money is stealing and again snatching chains and arrested twice in the police stations. He has found the source of earning money through cheating girls, as if that is his unmarried, and introduced himself as a doctor and catch hold of girls through social media and started collecting money after money. Then one day a girl has found that the way he behaved was wrong. Then he stopped giving money. Then she found that she did the similar promise given to many ladies and cheated them and moved from one place to another, saying that he is working in a hospital and involved in the cinema movie. So similarly, I think many girls have been cheated, and this was activity he had chosen to earn money for his livelihood. Among those bitter experiences, we also seen the pleasant experience. There's a boy, I think, running 10 kilometers every day to go to the school after preparing food for their family as well as for his brother. And even though he was given lift, he refused and saying that the way you want to take a practice to become a person to join the army, it is not a small 1 or 2 days. Every day he runs for about 10 kilometers as a trial, as an exercise, as routine practice to be one of the soldier in our country. So this is also, I think, we'll have to hats off to him for taking such a very adventurous attempt and be a patriotic boy in India. A 80-year-old watchman had 2 sons and 1 daughter. One of the sons is a drunkard, always asked for money from their parents for the drinking. So he was also not living together with the family. So when mother refused to pay money for taking alcohol, father was also agitating not to take the money to go for alcohol and drinking. So then that the boy got angry and pushed his father. So father was became imbalanced and got an injury on his head. When he was taken to the hospital, he was dead. So 8-year-old man was working for the livelihood of the family, was not given due care by his son, and finally that old watchman father dead. It's a pitiable incident. A youth from Tiruvannamalai by name Shankar, he has cheated the coolie workers, saying that their money will be doubled in by investing in the shares. Share, we know it is a tricky, and people they have not known what is a share and how much they can get. So he has given a long promise to many people as if that his money will be doubled in a year or so. So he collected a 1 crore 35 lakhs from so many coolies after their hard money. So now, even 1 year passed, they could not recover any money from Shankar. Tiruvannamalai has cheated many families as if telling the promise that is he has earned so much of money from the shares. So now the people got victimized. That situation in Trunam. A youth of 22 years used his lover's intimate video, inviting adult friends, about four of them, and again schoolboys. They have gone to have a rap of a girl. I think it's a group rap as well as individual rap, and spoil her chastity. Now I think the boy who fell in love refused to marry her, and since this girl was spoiled by all these eight people, now the police has come to know about this incident and they have registered the complaint against the eight people. Out of eight, four boys are school boys, and four of them adults. The boy of 22 years, even though fell in love with the girl, he has made use of her for very awkward purposes, inviting people to rap her. So, where is the question of love? How this boy has spoiled not only her career, he has also been spoiled and arrested by the police. A youth goldsmith working in a bank is a person to decide the value of the gold and give a certificate for releasing loan amounts. So the worth of jewels kept in the bank has been taken by him, and you took some of the scraps, and that is a worth of few lakhs. And one day, if people have come to collect back their jewel, most of the people have not noticed. Few of them have noticed that there is a difference in weight. So when you go for further investigation, people came to know that lakhs of money have been earned through these sources. So I think the youth has put up his brain not just only for valuation exercises, but also started stealing the scraps and makes lakhs of money. An engineer using his technical brain applies some adhesive paste or something which will capture the fingerprints as well as the impression image of the your credit card or a debit card. So now again he comes back after a few minutes and take the impressions and uses with the other card and take away the money from the card which the other person has kept in the bank. So I think he'll empty the entire money from that card transactions. So he applies a very intelligent brain for the negative purpose. Two engineering youth finding no other source of jobs and or income, then they thought of stealing money or stealing property from houses, burglary. So one of the engineer went and stole the property and slept on the same day. So he got hold of by the house owners, the landlords. The another engineer, then he was so hungry. So before he went to steal, he took enough alcohol. Then he also slept. Then again now he was found by the landlord and he was also arrested. So I think the career was completely spoiled. There are youth literate women have given a promise to many people while running a chit funds company that they will get more money as loan or sometimes subsidized loan for the women members for their enterprises. So people believed and again paid money as an incentive beforehand before taking the loan. So they have mobilized worth of a crore of money and one day they disappeared. So people came to know that these people have disappeared, locked down their office. Then they lodged a complaint, and after investigation, the police identified these people. They have already moved up to the next neighboring state. Now they are responsible to repay crores of money. That money has been invested by them in different assets or different unknown assets, which nobody knows. So now people have been purely cheated by these literate people. Leaving aside of the worst part of the story, there are best stories also. Now you can see these gypsy born boys by name Manikandan Vijayakumar, and they have been deviated from the traditional way of doing things like a beats or maybe like a traditional activities. They come out of it and make a scientific program, even though they are less literate. What they have been doing because they are very familiar with all the bird sounds and birds and their life and their language and more about all these birds, animal, everything. Now they have developed a sanctuary though they are a little less literate up to even say standard, now they have been doing a very good setup for sanctuary, bird sanctuary, as well as they explain what is biodiversity to the college students and again the people who are interested in ecology. They are the masters, they are the people explaining how the birds and other animals will have to be maintained to develop the very good biodiversity. They are the experts and bringing very good atmosphere, developing biodiversity. So we'll have to be very grateful of these boys because youth are youth, but there are youth are making some very best opportunity. But the youth who are not shaping the best opportunity will have to learn how to make their life more effective and useful to the community. Unless the youth are taking a immediate sense of attention and again initiatives, definitely I think we'll have a very bad scenario the days to come. So we should not expect that.